Hi everyone, Pete Guitar Martin here. Today I'm going to show you the different bass parts to the song Too Much Time on My Hands by Styx. Great song, iconic bass line. Alright, I'm going to go right into it. So this song uses two guitars, keyboards, drums, bass, and vocals. The band I'm in, we currently do it without the keyboards. We'd love to have a keyboard player play this song with us. But I do the keyboard part on the guitar, so we modify the parts a little bit. But the bass is going to play the way we do the song. We play the bass the way that bass is played on the album. And one of the guitar parts does the keyboard parts, which sometimes the keyboard is going to be playing more octaves. Like on the chorus, you're going to hear this on the bass. Right? And the keyboard's going to be playing this. So you could double and play the octave on the bass, even when it, you know, to make up for the bass style synthesizer part. I just do it on the guitar, and we let the bass do exactly what the bass does on the record, which works fine. So this starts on A, but the first figure's an A, and while it does hit an A chord again, you know, other A chords in the song with the chorus and the solo and whatnot are coming out of the solo back into the verse. It only does that opening bass figure on A one time. The other times it's on the D, and the verses go between D and C. So here we go. So what I hear first is the synthesizer plays the figure twice. Bum 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 da da bum 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 ba da. And then you hear the bass come in too, and you'll hear also then an electric guitar that's got kind of a clean sound with a phase shifter or flanger or something on it come in and do the same part. Also, that part switches to doing the power chords on it, the distorted power chords. But you know, I just do the keyboard part the whole time, using a lot of distortion and artificial harmonics on the guitar. But so the guitar in this case, or guitar and keyboard, would play it dun 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 twice, and then you're going to hear with a pick. And that goes on another 6 times before the tip boom tip crash happens and the power chord comes in, because the other guitar is going to play a power chord that's going to sustain for 1, 2, 3, 4 for 4 measures. I think it happens twice and sustains for 4 count measures. But at any rate, that's when. Now I noticed watching the Styx video, the bass player's playing with a pick the whole song, and he's playing fretting the 4th string. It looks like from maybe the beginning, you can't really see the first 2 reps, but it sounds more like it's open initially, and then he switches here. So to me, what I would do is when the power chords come in, drop the pick and switch to fingers. Personally, I prefer the fingers, but whether you continue to use the pick or not, I would definitely go to the 4th string there if you're not there already. And so then instead of playing open A 3rd string twice, and then the octave with the pinky on the 2nd string 7th fret, and then open A, and then the 2nd finger on the 5th fret 2nd string, the G, and then open A again, and then your 1st finger on the 4th fret 2nd string, the F sharp, and then that goes right up to the G with the 2nd string. I do it different, and I think I see the bass player with Styx using his 1st finger on the A string the whole time, but to me, this is the best way to play it, the most efficient way to play it. If I take my 2nd finger and I put on the 5th fret and I play an A major scale with 2, 4, or actually a dominant scale, which is the same as major 7, only the 7th step's a half step lower, would be like 1 finger, 1 fret, with starting with the 2nd finger on the 5th fret is 2, 4 on frets 5 and 7, then 1, 2, 4 on the 3rd string on frets 4, 5, and 7, and again 1, 2, 4 on the second string on 4, 5, and 7. That's the finger assignment I use, except actually I'm going to keep my second finger here the whole time. So then I play it like this. So A on the fourth string, 5th fret. Then the A on the second string, 7th fret with my pinky. Then I hit the fretted A again on the 4th string, 5th fret with the second finger. Then I hit the 3rd finger on the G note, which is 5th fret, 2nd string. And then again, I hit this in between the A on the 5th fret, 4th string. And then I'm going to play 1st, 3rd on frets 4 and 5 on the 2nd string to play the F sharp G. So it's like this. Now notice, you don't just let it ring. It's not. See, that's muddy. It's there's space in between notes, even between the first two. Okay, so then after the 2 sets of 4 measures of power chords by the rhythm guitar, it goes to D, and the pickups to the first verse happen on the A. That's still on the A, but sittin' is the D. So you know if the vocalist is late entering, which hopefully they're not, but if they're late entering, you wait for the vocalist to come in rather than hang them dry by jumping to the chord before they're ready. Well, I'm sitting. So you go. Well, I'm sitting. See there? You go to the D. So then you're gonna play the same pattern, 1 string closer to the ground. So then it's D, 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 C, D, B, D. Same fingering I showed you before on the A chord. Same pattern. Well, I'm sitting on this bar stool, acting like a damn fool. Got the whatever. I mean, I play guitar on this. I'm doing the same pattern on guitar, but I'm using a pick while I sing the song. But anyway, then it goes to the C chord, and the guitar just does a power chord on the C. The bass does this. Bass and this bass synthesizer play the same thing here, which is C on the 3rd string, 3rd fret. You hit it twice with your first finger, and then I would play pinky on the 1st string, 5th fret to do the octave C. So it does C, 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 C. Then it does a hammer from the B flat on the 3rd fret, 1st string to the C. I missed it there. It stays right here and goes into the second verse because there's no chorus in between. So this is the same thing I just showed you again for the second verse. Then it goes to the A on the chorus. Now, we're going to do 2 measures of quarter notes. They're actually 8th notes followed by 8th note rests. And then the last note is a 16th note followed by 3 16th notes to rest because they cut it short. So it's like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2. And the last one is shorter than that. So it's, is it any 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2. And it doesn't, the other reps, it doesn't cut that last note quite as short. It's still a little bit shorter than the other notes, but it's not as short as the very first time in each chorus. And then it's going to go to this part. It's going to do too much time on my hands, 2 and 3 and 4 and B. That's 7th to 9th fret on the B note, and then 7th to 9th fret on the 8th note. So what it does there is it does 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and E, 2, 3, 4, B, 2, 3, 4 and E. The third time it goes 1 and 2. 1. Too much time on my hands. 2 and 3 and 4. Too much time on my hands. Too much time on my 1 and 2. Yeah, it goes right into it. The third time you do E on the 7th fret 3rd string, then E on the 9th fret 1st string, then again E on the 7th fret 3rd string, and you go right to the F sharp for 2 counts only, and then you go right into the B, and that's the solo where the guitar is playing a solo in essentially B minor pentatonic. He's got a bunch of chromatic notes and stretches and other things, but it's not D major pentatonic, it's B minor. So anyway, again, that part of the chorus section right before the solo, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 2. That's the second time on the E. Third time, it's just going to go 4 and boom, boom. It's only on that F sharp for 2 notes. It goes right into the B. So then it's B, B. This is guitar solo. 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, A. It plays that A sharp in between. So we're doing 7th fret for 2 measures. Then 5th fret A for 2 measures. Only count 4 is actually an A sharp, which is the 6th fret 4th string with the 2nd finger. So it keeps going back and forth between the 2, 4 like that. And then it goes back into Too Much Time on My Hands again. Too much time on my hands, and 2 and 3 and 4. Too much time on my hands. Too much time on my A, G. See, that time it does it twice between the B and the E, and then it goes, plays A on the 5th fret 4th string, and then a G on the 3rd fret 4th string, then it goes into the last verse and it's back on the D again, which is just like all the other verses. But it doesn't go back to the A here. It goes back to the, it only hits that A on A, G, then D. And then the 3rd verse starts. Well, I'm a jet fuel genius, right? And it still does. Then it goes to chorus again. And then the end it goes. Now the end, I'm hearing something different here at the end. They're actually letting this B on the 4th string sustain 7th fret, but the B on the 2nd string is short, so it's like this. Now I do mute the B when the instant I hit it, but it's not. Instead of a rest in there, it's. But the E is bump up, so it's like this. Anyways, then it stops on the E, and the vocalist goes, too much time on my hands, too much time on my. But your last note is that E on the 9th fret, 1st string. So, too much time on my hands, I don't know what to do. I'm not going to sing the whole thing. That's my hands. Too much time on my hands. You could use your thumb too, like this. Too much, but anyways, it has a too much time on my. That's the whole song right there, ladies and gentlemen. So hope you have a good time with that. Wow, 14 minutes. Wow, long video.